Hey guys, so after a somewhat disappointing season with United last season, only winning the Carabao Cup, not even getting into Champions League, and unfortunately not reaching the final of the Champions League, I thought I was going to lose the job. But to be honest, to my surprise, they've kept me on. By some miracle, I wasn't chucked out, and I was able to sell a lot of players. I was given a very generous transfer budget of about, I believe it was originally 90 million. I sold a couple of players and I bought some as well. And currently, I am only near the end of October, so I'm not even done half the season. But we'll go over people we've signed, current progress in the league, and in the other cups. And yeah, we'll go over, summary of the season so far. So yeah, let's go on to transfers. So first of all, let's go over Stefan Bajetic to Paris Saint-Germain for 62 million. We let Anthony go to Al Ittihad for 27.5. We let go of Ilian Meslier to Al Ahli for 22 million. We let go of Kim In-jae as well for 10.5 million. And we let go of a few other players. Now, for the important bit, or the one that's most interesting. Signings. We'll start off with the acquisition of Guillermo Soriano, who essentially is just to have some cover on the left back. He's got a very big potential. He's young, so he won't be expecting to play too much. And worst case scenario, if I see that I don't use him a lot, I can always send him out on loan. He cost about 19 million, going up to 23. So not too shabby. But then we've signed Julian Duranville from Club Brugge for, what was the total? It was 34.5 million. And he essentially is a regular starter and he can play on both wings. It's more or less I realized that last season, my three main wingers were a little bit overloaded with matches, so I thought he could perfectly fit in and fit on either side. So there's that. And he's young, he's only 25 and he's a 4-star already. So then one of the promises that I had made to Vandenberg and Martinez, especially to guarantee that they sign their contracts, was the reinforcement of players in the midfield. And in that, I identified Yunus Musa, who's an American international, and he can practically play, defensive mid, center mid. He can even play attacking mid and on the right wing a little bit, and even on the left wing if need be. So he seems quite versatile, and I signed him for 69 million from Olympique de Marseille. So yeah, they were definitely happy when I signed him. And I was happy too, because I needed that extra midfielder to cover, because originally I had Mount playing there in the center mid, but then I realized that I was playing Mount more on the attacking center mid, and obviously I realized that I was lacking that extra person in the midfield. And obviously Martinez and Vandenberg also felt that the squad needed to be strengthened in that area. And moving on, even though when I signed Musa, Martinez and Vandenberg were pleased, I did still have a lot of cash remaining from all the sales and that. So I went and I spent big. And big, I mean, I spent, it's gonna go up to 135 million pounds on Hassan Ouedraogo from, what did I say from Inter for 135 million. He's already worth 276 million. And he can play on the right wing, he can play on the center mid as well, and as an attacking mid. The moment I signed him, Lisandro Martinez and Vandenberg instantly were satisfied that I had kept the promises, and he is definitely come in and instant starter, obviously has to be. And so far he's not been doing too bad. He's played a couple of games, but unfortunately he got injured for 5 weeks. And so obviously I haven't played that much with him, but the little that he has played, you can tell that he is good. 135 million. He has to be good, right? So yeah. Now, before we move on to the results and how the league is going, something you've got to bear in mind is it's essentially how my players have been getting injured. Like, for example, we spoke about, Julian Duranville down here. We got Hassan Ouedraogo. I'll call him Hassan from now on. Hassan. But we had Carlos Diogo, who broke his lower leg. He's still out for 3 to 5 months. We've lost, and this has been a biggest hit, and it only happened 6 days ago in game. Ito, our main goalkeeper, he's out now for 4 to 5 months with a broken lower leg as well. And it happened in training, which is just gutting. And, you know, Hassan was out for 3 weeks. Hincapié was also out for 2 weeks. Duranville was out for 4 weeks. I mean, we haven't had a lot of luck in that department, but my biggest problem now is the goalkeeper, because unfortunately I didn't really have a great second keeper, so I'm having to play. I have a guy called Andrew Jeffries, and you know, he's got potential, so maybe it's a question of just playing him enough. And until we get to December, I won't really be able to sign any players, to be honest. I mean, Andrew Jeffries, he's not too bad, but he's not great either, you know. So we'll have to see about that. I mean, I do have 25 million pounds in my transfer budget, but I am a little bit over on the wage budget, so I might have to. I'll have to see what I can do here if I was to move around. Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see what I can find once I get to the winter transfer window. I think at least I'll need to bring in a loan, or potentially, I know that I do have one of our more experienced keepers is on loan away, Matej Kovar. He's slightly better, so I could consider recalling him. That will have to wait. Now let's move on to competitions, right? So to start off, the board expect me to qualify for the UEFA Europa League. So essentially, I believe it's spots 5, 6, and 7. At the moment we are 6th, but I would like to push for a higher position in the league. I would like to say at the very least Champions League. So far, the season is going better than it did last time. So time will tell, I guess. I mean, 8 games in, we've won 3, we've won 4, drawn 3, and overall we got 15 points. Moving on to the UEFA Europa Conference League, we have won the first round or 2. Now we're in the league phase and we've won our first game, so far so good there. English FA Cup we still haven't started. We enter that on the 3rd of January by the looks of it. And in the Carabao Cup we are playing against Leicester in about a week's time, just under a week. So we'll have to see how that one pans out. And looking at our schedule, I mean, we have been on an extremely good run of games, I believe. I mean, we beat Brentford 6-2. We drew to Leicester. We won all our UEFA Conference League games. We also won a Carabao Cup round. Unfortunately, our last game, we lost to Palace. We all know how that one turned out recently for United and Liverpool, to be honest. I mean, Palace have been trolling all our clubs at the moment. And there you have it. So I'm hoping to be able to play most of the season soon, with the idea that I'll do a review and possibly maybe play a final if I get to one. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Until then, take care.